My name is Bianca Fields, and I am one of the participating artists for the Midwinter Blues and Other Tunes program. I am currently living and working in Kansas City, Missouri, originally from Cleveland, Ohio. Both of my parents are from Cleveland, and I grew up there, went to high school there, and attended the Cleveland Institute of Art, graduating in 2019. My current body of work and practice, I guess it would make the most sense to think about where I started and some things that I was interested in undergrad. When I was making more painterly paintings, I was definitely fascinated in the cartoon world and expanding that, thinking about that, inspired by that, and it kind of got me through school and also gave me a sense of comfort and humor, I guess. And that is where I ended up becoming familiar with my subject and formal play and developing style and my language. And throughout that fascination and interest, I continued to delve into the cartoon world and cultural iconography. I would consider my process of making now physical and reliant on a constant process of revealing. In some of my previous works, I would say that my paintings distorted while simultaneously beautifying my subject, using drippy, luscious, and grotesque mark making, provoking a visceral or haptic response. Now, I think in terms of my work, it has evolved to more of a guttural response to the pandemic and has become almost a nauseating, never-ending cycle of drawings and paintings of mandrill monkeys and made-up cereal box-inspired characters. It's kind of all over the place. And the development of this work has consisted of making paintings of drawings from earlier this year, sketches, very small things that I made when I was cooped up in my home, and I'm still now rendering those things and constantly making works based off of older works and kind of staying within that cycle. I've been wanting to draw more and learn more about what my relationship to drawing is. It seems to be a very powerful component of my work, and I feel as if I didn't spend much time drawing in undergrad, to be honest. There's almost a quality to the physicality of drawing that at times feels so much more complicated to me than painting. The colors in these works are also very new to me in a refreshing, frantic way. People consider them fun or exciting, but I don't necessarily know if that's how I feel about it. I'm still kind of unsure. They're feverish and remind me almost of one of those paint charts that are color-coded that sometimes they have hung up at tattoo shops or something. It has been very complicated and frustrating at times to continue to create during such a transformative time, especially for artists. It's been a very harsh year, and I've really been stepping away from trying to conceptualize my work and thinking more about delving into my feelings. Something that I almost always avoided in school, and now it's been pretty helpful in my process, and even if it feels cheap, it really contributes and adds to the experience of me having a good time in my studio and producing work Like, for instance, if someone is annoying me and won't stop sending me text messages or calling me, I'll make a painting about it. Now, thinking about where I am now, I go through these very emotional and intense waves of happiness and fear in creating, especially these works. And sometimes I feel as though these are portraits of myself again and again, rendered, almost gazing back at me. And sometimes it can become really intimidating and spiritual in a way. And they're almost referencing time and time again to a level of obscurity, I guess you could say. So it's been very interesting and revealing for me and my process now, especially because I feel like throughout that process I've sort of created my own character or my own world and universe and language. And I don't know, overall, moving forward, this process allows me to do that same thing again that was very interesting about my initial love for painting, is breaking it down again to those elements and taking it back to that initial fascination with creating. It's very tedious and revealing for me, so I think in terms of where my work lies now, it's more so responding to a self-examination.